Visit our website at medcityfc.com and order online.
Testing, 1, 2, 3 minutes gone here in the first half. Med City and LC Aris getting underway as Diego Arenal takes it away, and they get it across midfield for about the first time here. Med City has had a couple opportunities on the offensive side of the field, but so far we are scoreless on a beautiful night here in Rochester. Got up to about 80 degrees today, and as the sun is setting, it's a very pleasant night for a soccer match. Med City 3-0 on the season, ranked 6th in the country in the NPSL, and we have a foul in the play against LC Aris. So 4.5 minutes gone here. Lucas Hart is back up and ready for the mayhem. Again, 3-0 on the season. Number 6th in the NPSL. LC Aris is 0-2-1 in the season. That one was a tie against Joy SLP, who Med City saw here over the weekend and was victorious by a final score of 3-1. And so up the field comes Till Trippner, up ahead, looking for Toby Millward. Just offsides is Millward. So they'll stop action here for a moment as we cross the 5-minute mark of the first half. Med City has to be careful with this matchup here tonight against LC Aris. I'm sure there's a couple players that noticed Minneapolis City is now ranked number 1. LC Aris will have the corner kick upcoming here. Oh, apologize, it's a throw over in the corner. Got a couple spotters with me tonight. Frank Moline, the normal spotter, do everything scoreboard stream guy. And Shane Baker's joining us up here tonight as well to provide comic relief if the stream can be strong enough here. We're having a few technical issues, but we appreciate you trying to watch along right now. So approaching the 7-minute mark here in the first half. LC Aris tries to get it across midfield. Med City in their 4th, kind of 5th year of action here. Obviously no season last year due to COVID. But they have never lost to LC Aris, and certainly looking to keep it that way here this evening. So in the starting lineups, we had a bit of a mix-up. Aris has 2 players listed as goalkeeper, number 4, Ernesto Ascenzo, and number 14, Mitchell Dryden. I saw Ascenzo first, so I announced him as the goalkeeper, but he is out there, I'm guessing, as a defender. Looks like that's where he's lining up. And our goalkeeper tonight is Mitchell Dryden. And it is the aforementioned Dryden who gathers it now and passes it ahead as Aris tries to take this the other way.
Eat healthy on the go. Quick Trip makes it easy with fresh daily salads and sandwiches, healthy yogurts and cheeses, wonderful fruit cups, and an assortment of fresh fruits and vegetables. Fresh is the best, and Quick Trip is making it fresh for you.
So a very close chance there for Med City. That was number 27, who I don't have on the roster here. Oh, that's Tyler Oliver. He's number 27 tonight. Normally, he's number 11. Oliver also an assistant coach on this team, so I guess he's trying to be extra tricky as Damian Baltide comes in, and that Med City defense did a nice job of getting back. To help out Gal Elyashiv, his first shift is goalie here this evening. Here comes Baltide up the left side. Nyman in front of him, Hart behind. And Baltide tries to send that one in to no avail. So it'll be a goal kick here for Med City.
Firebrick bread, wood-fired pizzas.
Ten and a half minutes gone here in the first half. It's Med City and LC Aris still scoreless. And you can see Med City does have a good speed advantage here as they bring it into the corner and try to center it. And they're trying to say there was a handball there. No call. Aris brings it back the other way. Diego Arenal up the left side to Baltide. Baltide with the deke. Nice defense there. I think that was Jack Hilton-Jones getting in the way of that centering pass. And now Jones up the middle. Scanning the field, looking for a passing lane. Gets one ahead to Oliver. And Oliver has it taken away. Aris with it now at midfield. And Oliver had it for a moment and fell down. Ernesto Ascenzo. I call them as they're called, not as I see them. As Oliver may have been tripped. A lot of times these guys don't just fall down on their own, but sometimes they do. And there's Oliver taking it back momentarily. Up ahead it's Capra. Left side. Gives way to Colton Prater. Prater had a really nice match against Joy SLP in the win on Friday night. 3-1 was the final score. Prater had one of the goals in that match. As Till Trippner makes a little deke out, now sends it back to Ayrton Redmore. Jack Hilton Jones at midfield, and you can see Med City trying to stay patient here. And as I say that, they kick it a mile ahead to Carl Nyman. Nyman now from the right side tries to get it towards the middle. It's cleared away momentarily. Hilton Jones, the header pass, is deflected away. And now Redmore from midfield has that one deflected. And it'll drop back to Elyashiv.
Taco Lab is a proud sponsor of Med City FC, and you can see them and eat their food here tonight as well. They're parked over by the gate. Go enjoy some Taco Lab.
We crossed the 14-minute mark here in the first half. Med City with possession as they've had most of this match. Nice pass up ahead. Prater, left side. Correction, that was Capra. Back to Oliver, taken away. And now here comes Arenal. He's got numbers. Kicks it off to the right side. Opportunity here. Shot and a goal. What a play by Kian Grosvenor. Made the deke and got the goal. And Med City finds themselves in a 1-0 hole.
Kian Grosvenor.
Grosvenor had it on the right side, didn't panic, took his time, made a nice deke, and sent it across from Gal Elyashiv. Right across his face, and Elyashiv didn't have much of a chance at it at all. Well, I mentioned it earlier, Med City can't look ahead to that Minneapolis City matchup on Saturday, face the #1 team in the country. I'm sure it's circled on the calendar. And this LC Aris squad has never beaten Med City. Kind of a perfect storm for an upset. As Alvaro Capra has it on the far side and gets fouled. Puts it right back into play quickly over to Ayrton Redmore. Trippner now near side. Sending it in. Looking for Nyman. And it was wide right, out of bounds. LC Aris takes over possession. More.
Med City FC would like to give a special shout out to the amazing families who are hosting our players this season. Without their generosity and willingness to open their homes to the team, Med City FC wouldn't be where we are tonight.
So an illegal touch here by LC Aris and a set piece on the way for Med City. And the Mayhem have been pretty effective on these this season as Lucas Hart gets lined up. His left foot's his strong foot. Hart sends it in, and it is gathered quickly. Nice play there by Mitchell Dryden. Not taking any chances. And now Prater gets taken down at midfield. No call. Up the field goes Diego Arenal. Arenal runs into Carl Nyman. And now far side, Grosvenor. Working against Alvaro Capra. Grosvenor sending it in. Not handled cleanly by Till Trippner. But he does regain possession here for Med City. Pass up ahead, Arrow Lambo has some space. Now he's got a lot. Can he track it down? Not quite. He was on a full sprint from about midfield. Nice little give and go touch pass, but just got a little too far out in front of it. And that rush ends for Med City. They trail 1-0 with 19 minutes gone here in the first half.
The Sawbones Army was founded in March of 2017 as a group of local individuals who are passionate about supporting Med City FC and continuing to grow our love of the beautiful game in Rochester. The purpose of the group is to create a rooting section for the club, complete with drumming, flags, scarves, chanting, and cheering. Check out the Sawbones Army on Facebook at Med City FC Supporters Group and join the mayhem.
Jack Hilton-Jones walking it up towards midfield as Med City trails 1-0 here. And a whistle stops the action. Grosvenor looks like he's heading off the field here. Kyle Palmberg gets ready to check in.
Substitution for LC Aris, number 17, Kyle Palmberg.
Mitchell Dryden sends it in. And Med City passes it backwards here. It's going to be gathered by Gal Elyashiv. So Med City trailing 1-0 here to LC Aris, who was looking for their first win on the season. They tied Joy SLP, who Med City defeated here on Friday night by a score of 3-1. To be fair, the other two games that LC Aris has played have been against Duluth and Minneapolis City, as Lucas Hart sends one in, not handled cleanly and punched in by Mazid Arrow Lambo, tying things up at 1 apiece.
Scoring on the rebound for Med City, number 7, Mazid Arrow Lambo.
So just like that, Med City ties things up at 1 apiece. that's been the issue for Aris this season is goal scoring. So as I was mentioning, they've lost to Duluth. That was this last Saturday. That was by a score of 3-0 at home. Same with Minneapolis City. That was 4-0. So they've been shut out in 2 consecutive before 2 goals against Joy SLP. Scoring not an issue thus far for Med City. Again, that 3-0 record. Winning by 4-3 score over Sioux Falls in a wild one here, the NPSL Conference opener. They also won a friendly against Granite City about a week before that. And beat Dakota Fusion on the road 4-0 before their 3-1 victory over Joy SLP. So Med City is averaging more than 3 per game. And they certainly want to keep it that way tonight. It's an 11-4 aggregate for them on the season. Minneapolis City, who's ahead of them, is at 16 goals for, only 2 against. Mayhem turn it over around midfield. Here comes Diego Arenal. Right back. Oliver with it up front. Had some potential. As Aris tries to take this one back without sending it out of bounds, but they do. So it'll be a throw in here for Med City.
Grey Duck Theater and Coffee House is a proud sponsor of Med City FC. Be sure to come out to Grey Duck for Watch Party Wednesdays on June 9th, June 16th, and July 7th, and catch them.
Everybody from Med City throwing their hands up expecting a PK, but not getting one. So a break there for LC Aris as this thing remains tied at 1 apiece. Here they come, Hart up the right side, passes to Nyman. Nyman tries to center it a little too far for Arrow Lambeau. And now here comes Kyle Palmberg, who came in for Kian Grossvenor. Grossvenor has the goal for LC Aris at the 15-minute mark. And again, possession has been heavy in Med City's favor to this point. So Alvaro Capra gets ready to throw it in. And Med City will reset near midfield.
Rochester Athletic Club is a proud partner of Med City FC. The Rochester Athletic Club is more than a health club. The club is a space to work out, spend time with family and friends, refine your skills, and relax in our spa-like facilities. Be fit, be family, be well. For more info, call 507-287-9300.
Call outside. Last touch out of bounds there by Damian Baltide. Doesn't agree with the call, but Med City will have the throw in and send things quickly up the left side of the field. Of course, Med City in the home blues here this evening. Aris in the bright yellow uniforms, and I tell you what, I appreciate being able to see their very easily visible numbers. I liked the threads from Joy SLP on Friday night. You just, kind of had some camouflage numbers was all. Back near midfield. It's Darwin Carranza. Trying to send it ahead, and now a lot of space there. Trippner heads that. Kind of a dangerous play. Looking for Prater. Sorry, Oliver gets taken down. No call. They're letting him play here tonight as Nyman takes this one away, sends it back towards Elyashiv. Now Capra, far side. Finds a lane. Backs out. And gets it to Jack Hilton-Jones. Millward up ahead now. Arrow Lambo has some room. He's going to try to center it, and that one's deflected away, but Arrow Lambo will be able to keep it in play. He'll back it out towards Nyman. Nyman towards the middle. Nearly a handball there, too, as that one crossed through some LC Aris traffic. So at the 29-minute mark, it's Med City, LC Aris tied up at 1 apiece.
Minnesota Rush is a proud sponsor of Med City FC. Minnesota Rush Soccer is committed to providing an unparalleled soccer experience for all who have interest in the game of soccer. Minnesota Rush promotes the development of character, the electricity of competition, and the importance of pure enjoyment. We are committed to making soccer a pleasant, safe, and rewarding experience for everyone involved, regardless of age or ability. Find out more about Minnesota Rush by visiting our website at www.minnesotarush.com.
That one floats out of bounds, so Med City will have it again. A fast-paced first half here. Recap the scoring. It was Kian Gross-Vaynor getting LC Aris on the board first on a rush at the 15-minute mark. And then Mazid Arrow Lambo, a rebound off a Lucas Hart shot, tied things up at the 22-minute mark. And here we are. Med City has had possession for most of this first half. They've been aggressive, but Aris has done a nice job of getting in the way, and they've been the more physical squad here tonight as well. I suppose when you're back on your heels, you tend to get a bit more pushy. As Hilton-Jones sends it in, it gets through the defense, and it will be picked up by Dryden. We'll give his guys a chance to take a breather here. Prater up ahead, and it's deflected away, so Med City will reset once more.
Fuse Financial Planning, providing the only financial planning for Rochester's Gen X and Gen Y families. Contact them today to schedule your free consultation. Fuse Financial Planning.
So Aris trying to get it across midfield here as they pass back to their keeper, Dryden. Now ahead to Diego Arenal. And Aaron all taken down and picked up by Trippner. So not the chippiness that we saw on Friday night. Had some moments with joy where there wasn't much joy and rather some angst between players. Got a good crowd here tonight as well. Plenty of youth clubs here taking the action on a beautiful Wednesday night in Rochester, Minnesota. This is the first warm game that Med City has had, so we'll see how that affects both teams in terms of their fatigue, as LC Aris looking to bring in yet another substitute already here in this first half.
Substitution for LC Aris, number 24, Harvinder Koner.
So Aris has already made 2 substitutions here in this first half. They've got a few more guys on the bench, which has been a problem for them in years past, is depth. Typically, when they arrive here at Rochester, they've got maybe 2 or 3 guys on the bench. This year, they've got at least 6. And they've used 2 substitutes already here in this first half. Neil Cassidy typically hangs on to his subs until midway through the second half. And he has followed suit here again this evening. Carl Nyman over on the right side, getting ready to throw it in. Gets it right back. Now Hart from the right side has it taken away. And now Ball Tide has some space. Ayrton Redmore up in front of him trying to contain. Buy some time for the rest of his defense to get back, and he deflects that one away. Nice defense there by Ayrton Redmore. It's hard for a defender to get on the highlight reel, but that was an excellent showing of defense by Redmore. As Hart sends that one across field, and it was mishit. So now Aris back on the attack again. Hart tries to deflect the pass away from Ball Tide. And now Trippner in front of Ball Tide makes a move. Passes backwards. Palmberg shot, and it goes wide left. Nice pass by Ball Tide, but it'll be a goal kick for Med City.
Junk Bros LLC is a locally owned company that has been servicing Rochester and the surrounding communities for 7 years. Because we are a full-service junk removal company, we have the manpower and proper equipment to come into your residence and carefully and safely remove any and all unwanted items. Junk Pros also specializes in demolition work ranging from tile removal to garage teardowns. We also do snow removal for residential and commercial properties. Check out our Facebook page or give us a call and let us know how we can help you.
Toby Millward split through a number of defenders, and then Tyler Oliver got a shot off, but got taken down. And another nice play there by Mitchell Dryden to keep Med City at 1 goal only for this first half as we cross the 36-minute mark. I mean, it looks like Aris is content with being going right up to that edge of committing a penalty, especially when Med City is on the attack or starts to get into the box. They have made some 50-50 type of defensive plays and so far have not been called yet. None have been egregiously missed, but at some point you wonder if there's a snowball effect on something like that. As Med City brings it back up across midfield, Lucas Hart directing traffic, pass up ahead to Millward. And now Arrow Lambeau is called offside. And so Aris will take over possession.
MetroNet is simply a better internet provider. With no data caps, no long-term contracts, and award-winning internet speed, MetroNet is your only fiber internet provider in town. Check us out online and discover how we can improve your internet, TV, and phone services today.
.38 minutes gone in this match. We're tied up at 1 apiece between Med City and LC Aris. And now Nyman up ahead. Lucas Hart. Hart's going to send that one in off of Arrow Lambo's chest. And they do call offside. My vision gets impaired up here by some of the beams in the booth. And now Jack Hilton-Jones intercepts that goal pass, passes up ahead to Colton Prater. Millward back to Trippner, back to Hilton-Jones. That one's deflected away. Hilton-Jones sticks with it. Capra up ahead to Oliver. And now deflected away again by Aris. Prater with it at midfield. Trying to get some space. He gets taken down. No call. Player for LC Aris is still down. Meanwhile, a little bit of an angle. Nice pass back out to Arrow Lambo. Can't get a shot off, though. A pile of Aris players in front of the net. And they're able to keep that one out of the goal.
For all your insurance needs, contact Ted Smith Insurance. Auto, home, life, farm, or business, Ted Smith Insurance is here to help. Your home is a sacred place of family, love, laughter, and lasting memories, so why not give it the care it deserves? For more info, find Ted on the web at www.twsagency.com.
Dryden punts one up towards midfield, and it's headed back in by Trippner. Med City has certainly outplayed Aris here in this first half, but the scoreboard is knotted up at 1. As we have crossed the 41-minute mark of the first half. Wouldn't imagine there'd be a lot of stoppage time. Maybe a minute or two. And Med City turns it over in their own zone. Here comes Aris with some numbers. Palmberg up ahead to Arenal. Arenar finding ball tied left side. And no call once again as he hits the deck. He obviously wanted a trip. Officials have been consistent tonight. They haven't called much. Over in midfield now. Aris trying to keep some momentum here. And Capra sends that one out of bounds. Harvinder Koner On the far side, sends it in. Two and a half minutes plus stoppage time left. As our general manager, Frank Spaeth, gimps his way into the booth. Trippner up ahead. And now Oliver gets taken down, and we are going to have a whistle. And a yellow card is going to be issued to number 5, Matteo Galati.
Yellow card issued to LC Aris number 5, Matteo Galati.
So Lucas Hart is going to send it in here for Med City. Another set piece. This is where Med City's been dangerous all season long. Hart with that big left leg. Pops it up high. A lot of traffic, and Dryden collided with a player for Med City FC who is still down. And Nyman able to boot it away. And Med City's going to let that one out of bounds. And that is Ayrton Redmore still down in the field. Mitchell Dryden checking on him. It looks like Redmore is conscious, but he must have taken something in the head, and we are going to stop the action now and get the trainers out on the field. You're watching Med City FC.
Orthodontic Health Center on North Broadway has been practicing for more than 25 years, offering braces and Invisalign for both adults and children. Orthodontic Health Center offers free orthodontic consultations to assess your orthodontic needs. Dr. John Lawson has been a part of the soccer community for 25 years, and he's proud to be a sponsor for Med City FC. Call them at 507-282-6447 and schedule a free consultation today.
Ayrton Redmore is up and walking off the field here. Looks like he's mostly okay, but I'm not sure he's going to stay in the game here. We're into stoppage time now. So Redmore again appears to at least have his wits about him, but his evening may be coming to a close here. When we do get back to the action, it's going to be LC Aris with a throw in near midfield. And again, I would guess a minute or two of stoppage time. As they continue to tend to Ayrton Redmore.
Ready to start your next adventure? Then visit Toyota.com or Rochester Toyota for all the dirt-loving, adrenaline-boosting, thrill-seeking companion Toyota trucks and SUVs. Whether the Toyota Tacoma, Toyota Tundra, Toyota 4Runner, or Toyota RAV, Toyota has a vehicle to help start any adventure. Toyota, let's go places. Red card issued to number 11, Damian Baltide. a yellow card issued to number 9 for Med City, Lucas Hart.
So quite a turn of events to close out this first half here. Just recapping, Damian Baltide, number 11 for LC Aris, has been kicked out of this match, getting a red card issued to him, and Lucas Hart did get a yellow card. Arden Redmore is back in the match, which is good to see after his collision over in front of the net. And so Med City is going to have a one-man advantage for the entirety of the second half, assuming no one else gets kicked out of this match. And right now I imagine Neil Cassidy just wants to see his guys head into the locker room and start preparing for that second half. Play at midfield, and looks like Darwin Carranza hit the deck. Whistle blows, and it will go to Aris for a free kick near midfield. And there is Ayrton Redmore clearing it out for Med City. Elyashiv will do the same, and that will tie a bow on our first half. It's Med City 1, LC Aris 1. You're watching Med City FC. Quick recap of the first half here between Med City FC and LC Aris. It's a 1-1 tie right now, but we're going to have a completely different complexion to this second half after Damian Baltide got kicked out right before halftime. A little skirmish in front of both benches, really. And pretty clear that he threw a punch. Not sure if he landed it or not, but that earned him the red card. And so Med City will have a man advantage for the second half if they remain wise about it. At the 15-minute mark, it was Kian Gross-Vinor getting LC Aris on the board first. And then Med City was able to tie things up at 1 apiece. A shot by Lucas Hart was rebounded and put back in by Mazid Aero Lambo. So we're about 2 minutes away from starting the second half. You're watching Med City FC.
Special thank you to Mayo Clinic Sports Medicine and Toyota for supporting this program. Player passes are available now, so be sure to ask your coach all about them. We also want to give a special shout out to our ball kids here this evening, Cody, Alex, John, and Matthew. Thank you for helping us out tonight, guys. If you haven't already, be sure to fill up on some delicious tacos from Taco Lab. That line is looking rowdy. Get social with Med City FC at the game too. Share what's happening tonight with your family and friends on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, or TikTok. And don't forget to hashtag Med City FC and 90 Minutes of Mayhem.
Welcome back as we get this second half underway between Med City FC and LC Aris. It's a 1-1 tie, a bit of a surprising score. Even though Med City has really dominated most of that first half. They're tied up. They will have a man advantage, though, here as Tyler Oliver walks it in. Nice pass back from Aero Lambo. Looking for Prater, and Colton Prater knocks it in. How about that? 45 seconds into the second half. Med City taking a 2-1 lead.
Scoring for Med City off the assist from Mazid Aero Lambo is number 12, Colton Prater.
Well, that's about the start that Med City wanted. And they're looking for more here as Prater dribbles this one in. Prater looked like the target of that haymaker from Damian Baltide that earned the red card. And so you know Prater wanted to get that goal. A great pass by Aero Lambo, making the extra pass. After it was sent over to him by Oliver, he had some space in front of the net. Instead, dropped it back for Prater, who was able to put a good strike on it. And it's now a 2-1 lead for Med City. Out of bounds, last touch by LC Aris up the near side. And so Med City, again, it was Colton Prater getting the goal at the 46-minute mark. Give them a 2-1 lead. Got to believe they want to pile it on with this man advantage. Aggregate scoring always seems to find a way to become important close to the end of the year. And so you know they don't want to just protect this lead at 2-1. They want to add a few more here.
Collider is a nonprofit here in Rochester that activates, connects, and empowers early-stage entrepreneurs with navigation, education, space, and storytelling. Considering starting a business? They are here to help. Reach them at hello@collider.mn.
Carl Nyman up the far side. Trying to get Med City back across midfield. And now a yellow card issued, I believe, to a player for LC Aris. Looked like number 21, Ryan Leffler. But I don't remember him checking into the game. Or it could have been 25, who I also don't have. So my 25 was probably 28 in handwriting, which would be Andres Lagos Verduga.
Yellow card issued to LC Aris, number 25, Andres Lagos Verduga.
So we crossed the 50-minute mark of this match. Med City with a 2-1 lead. With it near midfield. And now Tyler Oliver, left side, walking back towards the middle. Med City has had plenty of space to work here this evening as Oliver sends that one up ahead. And it's taken away by Ernesto Ascenzo. Ascenzo near midfield has it taken back. Now Trippner up ahead to Carl Nyman. And that one is deflected out of bounds by Quentin Olson. Med City will take a quick breather and get ready to pass it in. Right along the sidelines, it's Hart sending it in with the left foot. Arrow Lambo up high and caught by Dryden, ending the threat for Med City.
Quick Trip stores sell only top-tier gasoline. Top-tier gasoline contains a higher level of cleaning detergent, which improves engine performance. Using top-tier gasoline ensures a higher standard of gasoline for your car. It cleans your engine while you drive, helping your car run smoother, longer. Another fresh idea from Quick Trip.
So Med City again with possession in LC Aris territory. Hilton Jones with it up top. Sends it in, trying to get it through a bevy of defenders. And it's cleared away momentarily by LC Aris. Again, you can see the complexion of this match has totally changed with Balltide being off the field. Balltide was by far the most effective attacker for LC Aris, and so now they've really kind of gone into retreat mode here. And Med City just wants to make him run as that pass for Prater a little too strong. Lucas Hart comes in and gathers. Millward back to Hart. Now Prater into the corner to Oliver. Oliver pass to Capra, tipped away out of bounds, last touched by Capra. So nice defensive play there by Aris. And Med City turns them over right away. It's Millward now at midfield. And Aris gets it back momentarily. So a 2-1 lead for Med City, looking to improve to 4-0 on this young season in NPSL action. They're receiving some national attention, being ranked 6th in the country, and they'll have a chance to improve on that Saturday when they go to number 1 Minneapolis City. If they can't look ahead, we can as fans, but got to take care of business here tonight against LC Aris and preferably keep that goal average up high as Millward comes in. Nice save there by Dryden. Millward with a quick shot off the pass from Nyman. Meanwhile, for Aris, with the one-man disadvantage, you wonder what they're going to be able to do to force anything offensively. It's just so difficult to cover that extra space by not having a player out there, especially when it's one of your most efficient attackers, as is the case here for LC Aris. As Dryden lays down on another one and puts it back into play. Prater heads that one back toward the LC Aris side as we cross 10 minutes here in the second half.
A special shout out to our player level sponsors, Francisco's Caribbean Kitchen and Fellowship of Christian Athletes, for their support of Med City FC.
So for the first time really this half, Aris gets it a little deep into Med City territory. I wouldn't call that much of a scoring chance, however. As Prater up the right side backs things out. Med City doing a nice job of sharing the ball here. Hart gets cut off. As Capra knocked that one deeper into LC Aris territory, but they will have possession here. Throwing it in is Ernesto Ancenzo. And this time Capra is able to turn him over at least momentarily. He has it here on the left side. Trying to gain a little bit more space here. He backs that one out and at least makes Diego Arenal put on a little more mileage here. They reverse field. Now Nyman, far side, back to Prater. Nice give and go ahead to Hart. A little too strong, out of bounds. And last touch by Med City.
Megawatt Video Game Party is Rochester's most exciting mobile birthday party and event expert. Our video game parties come right to you with the best games and consoles for up to 28 players at once. With full climate control and our own quiet generator, this party goes just about anywhere, anytime. For more info, visit our website at megawattgametrailer.com or call 507-320-3777.
Millward with it at midfield, trying to get it ahead to Arrow Lambo, quickly surrounded by 4 LC Aris defenders, and he sends that one high over the crossbar. As we approach the 58-minute mark of this match, and Med City is going to make their first substitution.
Substitution for Med City, number 15, Alejandro Radia.
So Lucas Hart will get a breather here as Alejandro Radia comes in. First substitution, as I said, for Med City. They want to keep guys fresh here. First seasonably warm evening that we've had for a game anyway. Of course, they've practiced in a few heat waves so far this season. As Arrow Lambo deflects that one back towards Dryden. A completely different match here in this second half with the man advantage here for Med City. I mean, they had it in LC Aris territory for a lot of that first half to begin with, but at least Aris was able to set up a couple attacks and get a goal on the board. Now they are in complete defense mode as Prater couldn't handle that one in the middle, but Med City will maintain possession. Hilton Jones up top, back to Prater in the middle. Now Oliver with some space, trying to clear it by the defenseman. And he gets called for the push. So Med City getting ready for another substitution here. Josh Balsiger will come back in. Got to believe Coach Neil Cassidy is going to maybe not empty the bench, but at least get a lot of his players out onto the field this evening. And it will be Tyler Oliver coming off and Balsiger on.
Substitution for Med City, number 17, Josh Balsiger.
So Tyler Oliver had himself a nice match. His night is complete at the 60-minute mark. At least as a player, he also serves as an assistant coach on this team. So I imagine after he catches his breath, he'll do a little coaching for the rest of this match. And LC Aris had it across midfield, at least giving our camera crew a chance to turn the other direction momentarily. Big pass up ahead, looking for Balsiger. Over on the left side, nice deke. Centers it with the left foot, nobody home. Trying to keep it in is Millward, and Toby Millward puts it away for Med City.
Scoring off the assist from Josh Balsiger.
So Balsiger came up the left side, had some space to work with, centered it, and no one was able to get a foot on it right away, but Millward took his time, backed out, and if anything, that threw off the defense just long enough for him to get a clear look at the net and blast one past Mitchell Dryden, putting Med City ahead by a score of 3-1. That insurance goal, always nice to have. And again, as I mentioned before, Med City is going to look for more. When you have that man advantage, you have to take full advantage of it when you're dealing with aggregate scoring, as that pass gets past LC Aris, and now Balsiger has it again. Yeah, the turf monster got in the way there. Nice move by Balsiger, centering it, cleared away momentarily. And out of bounds. That's, nope, not out of bounds. My obstructed view strikes once again. As Alvaro Capra backs it out to Ayrton Redmore, and they will reverse course on the field. Now Millward in the corner, looking middle. Nice clear. And Med City's going to make another substitution. Lance Hallberg getting ready to check in.
Substitution for Med City, number 26, Lance Hallberg.
.64 minutes gone here in this match, as Med City felt dominant in that first half. And now a corner kick upcoming. Alejandro Radia is going to send it in for Med City. And they are just stacking guys in the box right now. Radia up high, headed ahead, and just cleared. Wow, that was close. Balsiger was able to head it, and it just about snuck inside the far post. Now Balsiger centers another one. Header, and Ayrton Redmore headed one, and I'm sure he thought he had a goal. Mitchell Dryden was just in the right place at the right time, so it landed right in his lap. So Aris able to keep another goal off the board. That's about all they're shooting for at this point. A man down and looking awfully fatigued. And still 25 minutes yet to go in this match. Kids at home, that's why you don't get into fights. Look at how much this match changed after Damian Baltide got kicked out for not keeping his cool. As Hallberg came up, and now Azid Arolambo looking to get his second of the night with the quick trigger. At the far side, Nick Adamani has it deflected away, and a quick throw in here for Med City.
Orthodontics is proud to support Med City FC. Just as the Mayhem strive to bring you the highest quality of soccer entertainment, our practice's top priority is to provide you with the highest quality of orthodontic care in a friendly, family-oriented environment. We utilize the latest technological advances in the industry, and our philosophy is to create beautiful smiles for children and adults that will last a lifetime. Discover more about Prasco Orthodontics by visiting our website or schedule an appointment at 507-288-8844.
Corner kick is covered up by Dryden. Another great chance for Med City. And now a quick throw by Dryden, trying to just plow it past the defense. Redmore sends one high and hard, banks back onto the field. but it'll be a goal kick here for LC Aris. Jack Hilton Jones giving some chase here as Aris gets it across midfield. Kyle Palmberg with it, and no longer with it as Prater took it away. Hilton Jones up ahead to Nyman. Back to Radia. Radia to Arolambo, and he's offside. So possession will go back to LC Aris.
MetroNet has no data caps, no long-term contracts, and award-winning internet speed. MetroNet is the only internet provider with fiber internet in town. Check us out online and discover how we can improve your internet, TV, and phone services today.
Gal Elyashev able to make a save on a shot from way downtown there by LC Aris, but at least they sent it towards the Med City goal. Med City with it, 69-minute mark of this match. Jack Hilton Jones passes up ahead, Carl Nyman. Nyman, nice pass up ahead, and that is bounced and caught by Dryden. He has been busy here in the second half. Seems like every couple minutes Med City's had a scoring opportunity, which is good for all the youth in attendance here this evening. You know they like to see scoring. As Hilton Jones takes it back near midfield, Arolambo. Another nice pass. Millward back to Hilton Jones. And Med City hits the reset button.
Toyota is proud to support Med City FC again this season. Whether it's beautiful style, advanced technology, or superior safety features, Toyota has a vehicle that is right for you. Visit Toyota.com or stop by Rochester Toyota to see the super impressive Toyota lineup. Toyota, let's go places.
Pass up ahead to Ballsiger. He just keeps it in bounds and then immediately sends it out of bounds. But a good effort nonetheless by Ballsiger as we have about 20 minutes left in this match. Med City's going to make a couple more substitutions here. Looks like Kyle Doppler and Miguel Tomei are going to come in. And over for LC Aris, they're going to send in Gustavo Serrato.
Substitutions first for Med City, number 8, Miguel Tomei, and number 24, Kyle Doppler.
So Med City has sent in 5 new players here in this second half with fresh legs. It's about the last thing LC Aris wants to see. They look very fatigued, playing a man down this entire second half. Nice pass up ahead. Arrow Lambo is saved by Dryden. The pass was sent in by Lance Hallberg, and it was right on the money. Mazid Arrow Lambo was able to get a header into it. And good anticipation that time by Mitchell Dryden to keep that thing out of the net. This could easily be a 5 or 6-1 advantage for Med City based on all the scoring chances they've had here in the second half. And Dryden has really made some nice plays.
Rochester Athletic Club is a proud partner of Med City FC. The Rochester Athletic Club is more than a health club. The club is a space to work out, spend time with family and friends, refine your skills, and relax in our spa-like facilities. Be fit, be family, and be well. For more info, call 507-287-9300. And a substitution for LC Aris, number 22, Gustavo Serrato.
So Med City on the attack once again. It's Alejandro Radia in the middle, trying to get it into the corner and a little too strong. That one was intended for Kyle Doppler, fresh into the game. I wanted to test those fresh legs and went just a little too strong. What a deflating feeling for LC Aris coming in, getting a 1-0 lead at the 15-minute mark, thinking they could pull off the upset here this evening. Med City tied things up, but this is really all about that skirmish that broke out right before halftime. Damian Baltide got kicked out, and that was that for LC Aris. They have not threatened since that moment, playing a man down. And in that first half, Med City maintained possession for much of the half. And so it would certainly be a giant upset for LC Aris to pull off an upset, but even a tie would have been a giant upset for Aris, and they had been playing well enough defensively to maybe do something like that. And you can just see it in the body language of their players right now. They are tired, and what once started as such a hopeful, energetic squad, now they're just looking to run out this clock, which has about 15 minutes left as we see another whistle near midfield. This is going to be a set piece now for Med City at an opportune spot as Prater got taken down about 25 yards from the net. And Med City, I've said it before, but they have been fantastic on these set pieces this season. So we'll see what they can cook up from this spot. Interesting formation here as Prater is up top. But Radia is going to send it in and just hammer it. Nice catch there by Dryden. Looked like it started to slip out of his fingertips, but he was able to corral it and send it back towards midfield, where Prater heads it forward for Med City. Now Hilton Jones goes back to Hallberg. Med City near midfield. And now up ahead comes Miguel Tomei, a full head of steam. Sends that one across, nearly An own goal as that one was dangerously tipped away. Now Ballsiger towards the middle, but nobody home. Ballsiger looking for his second assist of this half. Had a couple guys in the area, just couldn't quite connect. And once again, this score not indicative of just how dominant this second half has been for Med City as they lead 3-1. But it could easily be 5 or 6-1 at this stage of the game. Redmore takes it away. Now Hilton Jones up the left side. Plenty of space to work with. Goes ahead to Ballsiger. And Ballsiger's going to send in a shot that is caught by Dryden and punted back towards midfield. Again, Med City looking to take it right back. And Redmore will send that one backwards to give Gal Elyashiv a chance for some involvement. Over on the Med City sideline, it looks like Andres Garcia is getting ready to check in. And that will indeed empty the bench here this evening for the Mayhem. As we reach the 79-minute mark, it's Colton Prater in the middle, ahead to Arrow Lambo. And Lambo is looking for a lane there as the defense collapsed in on him. Now a high pass up ahead to Ballsiger. And Ballsiger's got some room and a good pass. Radia just zigged when he should have zagged. Otherwise, that would have been right to him. And a timeout called in order for Med City to make their substitution. Well, maybe not. Yes, they are kind of come in now. It's Andres Garcia coming in for Colton Prater.
Subbing in for Med City, number 22, Andres Garcia.
So the bench has been emptied now for Med City. As Ayrton Redmore just took one off the face, and no, sorry, that was Till Trippner. Got my 14 and 4 confused. That's an eyesight thing, not a, I mean, I know my numbers, I guess, but it's hard. I did do some homeschooling of kindergarten and second grade last year, so Ballsiger up ahead, passes to Arrow Lambo. He's got a wide open net. Couple of defenders there and able to clear it away. Oh, that was close. And again, with the 3-1 lead, Med City didn't really need it, but wanted that aggregate, and Arrow Lambo especially, one of the fiercest attackers for Med City, really wanted to put that one away. So instead, it'll be Alejandro Radia sending it in for the Mayhem. On the corner kick, boots it up high, deflected into the air. Dryden able to catch it and land on one of his own guys, and now send it up the field quickly to try to catch Med City off guard.
We want to give another shout out to Minnesota Rush for being a proud sponsor of Med City FC. Minnesota Rush promotes the development of character, the electricity of competition, and the importance of pure enjoyment. You can find out more about Minnesota Rush by visiting the website www.minnesotarush.com.
So LC Aris trying to get one past midfield here again. Up the right side, it's Palmberg. But as has been the case the entire second half, that man advantage for Med City, just being able to cut off any type of attack by LC Aris. We're at 82.5 minutes now in this match. And Aris will make a substitution now, sending in Ethan Brandt.
Substitution for LC Aris, number 6, Ethan Brandt.
Well, barring a miracle or a couple of miracles, it appears as though Med City is going to improve to 4-0 on the season, heading into their matchup with Minneapolis City on Saturday. You know they can't wait for that one as Radia sends in a left-footed attempt that goes wide right. They've had some epic battles in the past. It always seems to be Minneapolis City, Med City, and then Duluth gets in there as well. That's the next home match for Med City. So the meat and potatoes of the schedule is really coming up here for the Mayhem. Interception by Capra. I'm sorry, that was Miguel Tomei on the far side. Capra's been subbed out already. As Aris just try to keep the ball away from their own zone and catch their breath for a moment. Meanwhile, Aris will drop to 0-3-1 on the season. And then their next match is against Dakota Fusion out in Moorhead. Might be a little cooler for them up in the Fargo-Moorhead area on Saturday than it's going to be around here. We're expecting to see the Mercury touch 90 over the weekend. Starting to feel like summer around here. Of course, we are into June now, Memorial Day being this past weekend. So it's nice the temperatures have finally cooperated. Every Med City home match we've had so far this season has been on the cooler side. But this was an absolute perfect night for soccer, and the fans came out in droves this evening as well. A lot of youth players here to take advantage of Med City's Youth Pass promotion. Might even be a future Med City soccer player or two in attendance here tonight. So Aris has it deep in Med City territory right now. And then they immediately turn it over. Ballsiger up the left side. And now up ahead, dribbling it forward. Nice pass ahead. Good attempt anyway by Andres Garcia. But Aris takes over. 86.5 minutes gone, and again, I don't expect much stoppage time. Koner looking for some room. Now backs off. Palmberg will take a deep shot, and that one is caught quite easily by Gal Elyashiv. See how aggressive Med City chooses to be here with the 3-1 advantage. They've had a lot of close chances, but of course you don't want to give up a turnover in an odd man rush and give up a cheap goal late. come with some numbers. Garcia up ahead, a little too strong. Wanted to get that one to Tomei. And now Doppler sends it backwards to Trippner. Trippner with it again. Passing ahead to Jack Hilton-Jones. Hosted by our own Frank Moline. What did he have for lunch today? It was Chipotle earlier in the week. Oh. Homemade burritos tonight. Well, Hilton-Jones has been on the field the entire evening. Looks well energized thanks to his host family. Providing a warm bed, restful sleep. As Josh Ballsiger brings it up near midfield. Tomei has it. The head full of steam. He's looking for Arrow Lambo. This is going to be almost, oh boy. Dangerous play there by Dryden to get that one out of bounds. And they'll throw it in quickly. Lance Hallberg with the left foot reverses field. And now Doppler tries to send one in from distance. We do have to applaud the effort here by LC Aris, the players that are still out on the field playing a man down. This thing could have gotten a lot uglier. A really nice evening by Mitchell Dryden, the goalkeeper. Made some beautiful saves here in this second half to keep Med City from adding a couple more goals. As we're just about to stoppage time here in this match, but it's a 3-1 advantage for Med City. Maybe not the aggregate that they were hoping for this evening, but still coming away with the victory heading into this weekend showdown with Minneapolis City. We are now into stoppage. As Redmore passes ahead, looking for Ballsiger, who's had a very nice second half since he checked in. And Ballsiger passes towards the corner. Hallberg able to center it. A few bodies there for Med City. And now Doppler's going to chase it down. That one cleared away. Hilton-Jones backs it out, and maybe one more potential opportunity here for Med City before the officials put this one to a close. Radia, right side, has some room. The left-footed shot just goes wide left. Alejandro Radia found a small angle and nearly put it away. And the officials blow the final whistle, putting this one to a close. It's Med City winning 3-1 over LC Aris. We'll put a wrap on this game and then interview head coach Neil Cassidy afterwards as Med City improves to 4-0 on the season.
Your final score, Med City 3, LC Aris 1. Thanks so much for coming out tonight to support our local Med City FC Mayhem. Be sure to join us for our next home game on Saturday, June 19th, when we welcome Duluth FC to Rochester. Gates open at 6 p.m. and kickoff is at 6:45. Taco Lab will be here again. We hope to see you then for 90 more minutes of mayhem.